Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James.
Ninetailedbrush.
And today we're going to be reacting to Shadow and Bone episode 4. So last episode, it focused a lot on the crows, which was cool. They just got out of the fold. They got through the fold, which is freaking awesome and crazy. And then we kind of had a cool, I don't know, there's some weird stuff about like there's like of like the original small magician.
Yeah, well, the bone maker or something like that.
Yeah, right? And then, like, there's some weird stuff about Kirigan having, like, amplification powers, which kind of reminds me of the animals the bone maker used to make or whatever. So, I don't know what that is. And then we keep seeing the deer, right? Alina keeps saying the deer. So, there's, like, a few of those things that they set up that I feel like they're going to explain, but we don't know what they mean right now, and that's kind of a little bit weird. So, yeah, I don't know what to think. I don't really know what it's going to follow. The episode also ended with Alina kind of, like, realizing that she needs to own up and own this power and kind of start using it for the good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm interested to see where she goes this episode. I don't really have... The only theory I have is that the Bone Maker or whatever made General Kirigan. That's, like, my only super... Other than that, do you have anything?
Not really.
Okay, so... Yeah, that being said, obviously the full-length reactions are up on Patreon. Next week's reaction is also up on Patreon, so if you want to go sign up, that does really support us over here and kind of help us keep doing what we're doing. And yeah, let's get into it. That looks like the...
What do they call it? The Infernal?
Inferni or whatever, right? Yeah.
Because they've always had, like, something to do with
the episode.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, too. There's also a civil war going on in East Ravka.
What is that?
I don't know.
My unit's been sent to Chernest.
Oh.
The Fjordans keep attacking at night.
Okay.
Before he dismissed me,
cool.
he asked, "What is she to you, anyway?"
Did like the common soldiers not understand how important the Sun Summoner is?
Senya.
I think they just don't really even care.
Okay.
Because
I can't stop seeing your face.
Because she's Grisha?
Yeah. They're like, well, whatever. Conflicted a little bit because she never told him that she was a Sun Summoner or something like, or she was a Grisha.
I don't think so. I think it's just they both grew up like hating Grisha and not trusting Grisha, and so he can't really comprehend them being normal or potentially, you know, human. Like, as terrible as that sounds, like I really think he just like he hates them. And
General Kirigan is offering a visit all the way to the Little Palace.
There you go.
The one you can find, Morisova's Stag.
And then there it was. I knew the drawing was yours.
I'm assuming that was one. That's
wait,
one of the,
but is this like important?
That's right.
Because these guys are laughing about it, but what like?
Whoever finds it will get that trip, right? And so they need to send somebody.
Yeah.
So everyone's just like, oh, we're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Deal, right. Now she knows it's like something.
Come in.
Yeah.
I'm going horse riding.
With General Kirigan.
Ooh.
I need to train, not be trotted around town. The sooner I can do what I need to do, the sooner I can get back to
Your life? This is your life.
That is so cool.
Morning.
So she's blue because she's like what do they call it?
Ethereal? I don't know what she is.
Did you not like the color I chose?
Yeah, see, because he gave her
You're
a
the only one
kefta.
who wears it.
So,
They still gotta find her.
that went well.
Oh, they gotta get into.
The Little Palace Winter Fate. There's just...
Now that we're 3 days' travel from the capital, the next player is finding a way inside the Little Palace. Turns out the Kubisk archives house the Little Palace blueprints, but they're kept under lock and key.
I leave you a bullet to remember me.
Let's promise never to forget each other, my love.
They freaking
I
go.
must go now.
I'm glad to go live.
There's nothing barmaid.
We need to hitch a ride east to the Little Palace. Make friends.
But that's the hardest job.
You managed to win us over, didn't you?
What do you see?
Someone's version of me.
Or perhaps the real you has finally emerged.
I do feel like the issue is that she still feels like she's a soldier when she really isn't. And I agree that she's also not this, like, magical savior. Like, she's not going to be what the people think she is. But I do think at some point Alina has to, like, kind of come to terms with what she actually is and, find that out herself. You know what I mean? Like, she's not a soldier anymore, even if she wants to pretend that she's just a foot soldier. And she may not be this crazy, savior to all the Grisha, but she is something special. She's not what she used to be, and she has to, like, kind of come to terms with that and, I don't know,
sort of
come into her own, kind of, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Every child learns a history, not just Grisha. Hundreds of years ago, Anastas, the king, hired a Grisha as his military advisor. A shadow summoner.
You can say it. The Black Heretic.
The heretic grew hungry
Dang,
for
so
more
he's
power,
related.
and the king, fearing a coup, put a bounty on his head and any Grisha that stood by him.
I have devoted my life to undoing the great sin of my forebearer. But I'm never seen as the solution. Only as a reminder of the problem. But they always need someone to blame.
That's why you look at me like that, isn't it?
I should be right by your side. You and I are going to change the world, Alina. I should get you back. Bagra does hate tardiness.
I'm still on the fence of whether I can fully trust Kirigan or not. I know I can trust him to protect the Grisha because he has felt that persecution, right?
But he may not care about the greater good for everybody.
I'm just worried,
Yeah, I agree.
These are for me. Oh, please. You didn't actually think we'd let you go on your own.
Oh, let's go. We got the crew.
The boys.
All I ask is that you track down one of those skittering billy balls for dinner.
It's always good to have other people in like a hard situation, you know?
Hands out.
Ow!
Again.
It's like you just keep smacking her. Holy dude.
Not enough. Not nearly enough.
5 of bees on me. Worst part is, it worked. It really did. I could summon at will after that.
Yeah, maybe tough love, but it does.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It does work.
Once Mal
I don't know
gets
if
here,
it's
it
tough
will be
love. It's
better.
Not
kinda
tough
like-
love. It's
He's seen me through everything.
well, it's like drilling, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's kind
yeah.
of like how they do in the
Yeah.
military, but with magic people.
Hopefully.
I mean, of course, stopping the communication between those two.
Do you think so, or is it just like? I mean, like also, it is really hard for letters to get to people and different stuff like that.
That's true, but
You
I
think
feel like
they're
they're
actually stopping
indicating,
it?
like,
Okay.
no, we don't
Right.
want you to be like,
Royal
you know.
Archives heist. We want to get in and get out as quietly as possible. That
Dang,
means the hardware
Kaz, look
takes
at
a
Sharp.
master, Jesper. My name is Ivanovsky, the sculptor, yes.
All right.
I am in desperate need of your assistance. I'll set a trail of phosphorus that will lead you straight to the target. The repository is
Holy, that was
and
smooth,
two-part
dude.
lock mechanism.
Neither am I.
2 hours after sunset is when you'll go in, Jesper.
This is
You'll
so
need to blend
sick.
Easy.
The lighting valves are on the 2nd floor.
I'll take my cue once I see
Oh,
the
because it's not
restaurant.
electricity; it's oil.
I know what I'm doing.
Holy, that was smooth.
Valve was turned off.
She hasn't left any evidence so far.
No. Oh damn. Gotta improvise.
Good timing.
Oh.
Slow on the draw there.
Or just in time.
Oh, dude, that was sick. See, I don't know how they're gonna come into conflict because I'm totally rooting for the crows, but like I don't know how it's gonna come with Alina.
Knowing Nina, sir, she's very much alive.
I don't need your conjecture, Leo. I need you to find her for me.
Man, she's on a ship going up to.
But that's interesting though because I didn't know what she had to do with the plot, and now Kirigan knows her.
How about this hallway?
Which is interesting. Like I'm curious how this plays into it because he was saying she was on a mission for him.
There's no way in.
Let's keep moving.
Might be a clue to something.
Scope it, guy. Oh, who's this shit?
What? Why? Isn't the stag one of these creatures that gives the Grisha more power?
Yeah.
Reckon this will fetch a few coins?
You're...
A genius?
Can you have wrapped it in something for sense?
Calm down.
Maybe the only thing.
Okay, now we're catching up in here.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, there's so many things going. I have no idea how these are all going to come together.
Yeah.
Our witch is so used to deceit, they can't accept good manners.
Manners? Oh, you talk of manners when you and me and James started.
Yeah.
I'm trying to feed you. I do want something from you. Answers. Are your parents also Grecian?
What did they teach you? Aside from the fact that they were evil and should be burned at the stake?
That you kill us every chance you get.
Because you want all Grisha dead. Only to make yourself feel better about sending me to my death.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
I think she actually might change his mind.
I feel nothing about you.
The fact that
The
fact that he even
I'm also a terrible person.
is taking this time to converse with
Says
her
the one who uses.
Honestly, she's too in this situation. I feel like she's just too arrogant, right? You cannot.
I mean, I feel like it's the thesis of the show, right? It's like brainwashing versus brainwashing, and that's what it is. It's like her brainwashing of the Fjerdans versus his brainwashing of her. Like neither of them are like at least. I mean, obviously they have her captured, but he's not like abusing her or anything. Like he wants to know more, and clearly you can tell like what he's been taught about the Grisha are terrible things.
Yeah,
and what she thinks of the Fjerdans are terrible things.
And terrible things probably actually happen.
Yes, of
right?
course.
I mean, hell, his parents could have been killed by a heart render or something like that, and now he's like been taught that Grisha are terrible, and of course he's going to think that way. The fact that he is even being like he is now is so rare, right? You're never gonna see that sort of person in like a society that might teach like certain things, right? They'll just be like, oh, dude, they're evil. Grisha are evil. Are you kidding me? My parents died for Grisha. We're at war with Grisha. They're just terrible, right?
Yeah.
And the same thing on her side. I'm sure that she was taught, you know, maybe the Fjerdans or whatever are just Grisha killers. They hate Grisha and stuff like that. And we can see that in her here.
Yeah.
Right? To her, they're probably monsters, right?
Yeah.
But in him, I mean, just the little things that he does, like even talking to her, right? The other people are not even going to talk to her.
No, not at all.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I think her mind is like clouded kind of
a little bit.
Right?
I also think too, like in situations like this, like it's not ever really the little people that are the issue. Like there's a war going on and it's like, look, some higher up person started this thing and I'm sure they're culpable, but like her and him, it's like they're pawns in this game, and so it's not. I don't think they're really culpable for either of the atrocities that have maybe happened to other people they knew. Kaz always has plans up his sleeve.
I mean, Krubesk isn't the worst. We could open up a bar. Brew East Ravkan beer for the Westerners.
Shut up, Jasper.
I miss Milo.
Friends? Star performer due to an unfortunate freak accident.
Oh, yo! I was wondering why they showed that.
Desperate need of someone with the skills to replace the.
I'm pretty sure she can do it.
She's so pissed.
As a friend once said, if I can't crack this, none of us are going anywhere.
It's actually super, super, super hard to do, though.
Yeah.
That's insane. Damn.
Can you fit into this?
Oh no.
Of course you can. Those are her colours. But
holy crap.
That was a lot quicker.
That was, and it's getting bigger too.
I think I need an amplifier. Something to boost my strength.
You can't light a doorway on your own. What would you amplify? I guess you'll always be looking for one of those.
Whoa.
I think she's...
Oh, is she pissing her off?
Yeah.
There she is.
Is the orphanage?
Where are you, child?
At the orphanage.
Yeah.
You stand watch. If you see anyone coming, give me a signal. Once I have my sketchbook, we run. We never look back. Right?
We cannot test him like this. His injury makes it impossible.
You stay with me then, boy.
Wait, so did she know?
Come. There's nothing to worry about. If you're not Grisha, your life will carry on as it always has. But if you are, a whole new world awaits you.
I knew the testers used sudden pain to detect Grisha power. But it wouldn't show if I was already in pain. So I protected myself.
She is not Grisha.
That's what that scar in her hand is, and the same on his.
You had plans. Perhaps he never did, because where is he now?
I don't know.
Who are you holding back for, then? Bring the light.
Yeah, she's probably scared to accept herself.
Of course,
right?
yeah, I mean...
So that's one of the main reasons that's holding her back.
Of course, yeah. I mean, the more we get of her past, the more we realize how much she was, like, holding herself back. But there's still useless lives being lost.
That
right?
is true,
So
yeah.
She can still focus on that.
I mean, you just gotta do what you can, you know?
Yeah.
And there is talk of uprising in the West, led by our esteemed First Army General. Our own people, alone, for so long. I've buried so many good soldiers, friends. The coffers are running dry. The new. I've been waiting a long time for you.
That was a cool shot. Do you think Kirigan's too obsessed with maybe clearing his name? And so, in result, Alina?
Maybe.
Interested in getting rid of the fold? I mean, I can't tell. Maybe it's totally fine.
But, I mean, his whole talk there was about how the fold has, you know, separated their people and how he's lost so many people trying to unite them.
The storm is overtaking us. We'll hit it soon.
He's gonna.
Dude, yeah, maybe they'll get out.
Yeah.
Gets back. Kill the captives. Go.
He's gonna free.
Yeah, he's gonna free them. Ship's gonna go down.
Yeah. Oh shoot. It was like Kirigan. Yeah.
Needing anyone else is weak.
He's going messing up. Oh, shit. Oh. Hurry up, dude. Come on. Oh. Let's go, dude. Oh.
Is that all of them?
No, someone threw one of those.
Yeah.
The Fjorden weapon things.
What are those things called?
Wait, is that a
machine gun?
I think that's a machine gun.
Holy fuck!
First things first. The uniform on your back is the only uniform that will be issued to you until you become full-time soldiers.
Well, the quartermaster, aren't you?
Oh, damn.
Oh, smart way to...
Yeah, now that they're together.
Stitches.
Pretty much. Erase it.
Shit, dude. What? Shit, dude.
I'm so sorry.
If you get this letter, know that when I told you about True North, I was talking about you. You are my True North, and I can see my way to you now.
Okay. A lot going on there. So he found the stag, but what does that mean? Because they don't kill it, right?
No, so what do they want to do? Like
capture it?
Yeah, like something like that.
And how is
right?
he gonna freaking capture a stag and bring it all the way?
I'm not sure.
Like that's pretty hard to do. Jeez, dude, freaking all of his friends got killed? What the heck?
Yeah.
What do you think about what Alina's doing?
I feel like the show is portraying it as something that she does need to do or overcome in order to kind of like almost become one with herself, right? I feel like I
think she's too dependent on Mel.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they're showing, is that she is using him as a sort of crutch, kind of, and
yeah,
that she needs to start maybe growing into her as herself, like as a person, and to realize that, you know, the Grisha side of her, as well as the side that you know, grew up in the orphanage and such,
yeah,
are both her, kind of, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's one thing I am still a little bit conflicted about, is whether or not they're trying to show that the time spent with Mal is kind of like something to be forgotten or not cared for, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that there definitely is a dependency on each other, and I don't think it's good necessarily, you know what I mean? That's why a lot of people, you know, That's why, I don't know, like, that's why, you know, you see people, like, get out of relationships or stuff like that, and they're like, oh, I need to have time to like, that idea that it's like, look, you need to develop who you are as a person before you establish this, like, insanely deep connection, especially in their context, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like neither of them ever became who they were going to be as people. They became a unit, and then now that, you know, the necessities of life have brought them apart, neither of them know how to function. And I think Alina is taking one response, which is, I need to figure out how to function on my own. And I think Mal is taking the other response of, I need to do everything I humanly possibly can to get back to that state. I don't really know which is better. I'm kind of curious to see what the show says, so to speak. But I do feel like it's what they're presenting, and I feel like both of them are responding to that situation in opposite extremes.
Yeah, I feel like, of course, just like with we always say, it is this sort of balance thing,
Yeah.
right? We always go back to the balance thing. And just like how, you know, the light summoner kind of like contradicts or counters the
shadow summoner, yeah.
Yeah, right? It's kind of like you can't completely destroy one. It's like you need to have this sort of balance, and it's good that okay, like you can have a connection and stuff, and you can rely on others. That's necessary, and it's good to do. There's some people that don't rely on others and say that they're all alone, and something that they need to do is to rely on others. And then there is also a thing where you rely on someone too much, and you're not your own person. And without that person, you can't live, or something like that.
Yeah.
So I do agree. Like, okay, yeah, there is that sort of stage where you can't, rely on someone too much. They can't be your crutch to your entire life. So yeah, you need to develop your own person.
Yeah.
But like I said, needs to be a balance. And
do you think Alina is going to extreme? I don't know.
I'm not
she is
sure
actually.
Exactly.
I don't know if she is.
I'm just not sure, because of course it is symbolic, the whole scar thing of like, yes, we will be together forever, I did this for you kind of thing, and we're linked through this. And so getting rid of that, it is a sign of her kind of growing up a little bit.
At the same time, from her point of view, they're not getting any letters. And so I feel like she's like, look, I have a job to do.
That is true.
I can't be wasting my time checking the mail guy every day and worrying about this. It's like, no, like, look, I could freaking save the world.
I do think it is. Yeah, that's right.
Eyes on the goal here.
It is kind of like the whole letter situation thing is almost like a constant hope of wanting to go back to her original life instead of looking looking at the present and realizing what is ahead, what needs to be done. And so
I feel like Mal doesn't understand the bigger picture yet. So I feel like she understands the bigger picture, which is why she's doing what she's doing, and he doesn't really even understand that there is a bigger picture. And so of course you're going to do what is important to you if you don't understand that there's like a bigger there's bigger things going on here. Like much bigger things going on here.
Yeah, I think one of the things that changed her the most was seeing Kirigan.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
In that state of sorrow and grief of losing people, even though he's trying to unite people, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. And then I don't know what's gonna happen with the crows either, because they're going like they got on the performers team, so I feel like the winter feta or whatever it is gonna come into play either this episode or the next episode. So we're gonna see how that all freaking comes together.
And we still have the whole ship.
Yeah.
And what's her name? Nina.
Yeah. And how does she work with Kirigan?
Yeah.
Like what's that?
And what's the whole? Why are the crows even trying to? Right. The job is to get the Sun Summoner, obviously. Yeah. But what is the goal after that, right? Like,
well, it could just be that the underworld wants the Sun Summoner because everybody wants the Sun Summoner. So it could be like whoever, I forget who they're working for the Million Kruga. Like that could just be he wants it because it's like anything. This is this insane commodity, and he could sell her to the Fjerdans or the Shuhan or whatever,
as well.
And they'll just take him, and he'll get a ton of money. I don't know, but there is also a chance, like you're saying, they also have some, like he has some motive to use the Sun Summoner more than just like, I want money.
Yeah, and also just even knowing like, okay, is he gonna, who's he selling it to? What's his...
Yeah.
What exactly his goal is. I'd like to know that too.
Yeah, so I'm excited, but like I said before, full-length reaction is up on Patreon. Next week's reaction is also up on Patreon. You guys are pretty awesome, so if you guys want to fill us in, if we're missing stuff, we're not understanding stuff, hit us up in the comments with the lore, with the understanding. We totally love that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you all in the next video.